love to take myself fishing, but I ain't got no pole. Lord knows where all of my hard-earned money goes, but it sure ain't in that catfish hole. Yesterday I gave the man 8 hours, then I gave 6 more. 2 days working one and I'm still sitting here broke. Is it me or is there something wrong? How about another shot of whiskey? Make me feel alright. I'll forget my wallet's got a hole in the bottom, and I'll dream about that river all night. Thank you, thank you. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to O'Leary's Garden, where life is a garden. Today, we're just doing a little day in the life type of thing. I'm going to show you what I got to do around my homestead on a weekly basis, and show you what you're missing if you ain't doing this stuff yet. I'm sorry I didn't think about y'all before and show you these piles of grass while they were all heaped up, because it really was a sight to see. And I wish I had caught it so you could see it. That was very, very selfish of me. We have that pile there. That was from, I cut that yesterday, and I pulled all of that up before I cut. And then I had 4 piles about that size. One there, and one there. And I'm kind of just raking it up with my hands and spreading it all out here to kind of mulch this area so it can break down and do some fancy stuff to feed the chickens and kind of help the soil in here turn into something real nice. So now that this fence is 100% done, I've got the chicken wire up all the way around. I can let them out without worrying. Here is the jungle I was talking about in the last video. Still relatively young. I just put all these grass clippings down, but now the compost will start getting dropped out here and breaking down and feeding this soil, and the chickens will scratch it up and eat it and poop, and beautiful things will happen. I can't wait to see what this turns into, because I don't know yet. Once the outside work was done, I racked and bottled some mead. First I bottled up that watermelon mead, which lost a lot of color and a lot of the watermelon flavor. I'm not sure why. I'll do a little more research and a couple more test runs with the watermelon, and I'll let you know. It had a lot of flavor when I racked it and a lot more color. So my first guess is maybe I should have only let it sit in the secondary for a week or so and then crashed it as soon as it started to turn this pale color. When I bottle, I like to really pinch that hose and slow down the flow. And you want to move your hose up the bottle as it's filling, because the hose will displace quite a bit of liquid, and if you leave it at the bottom, when you pull it out, you will end up with a half empty bottle. So you can see as it's filling, I'm pulling the hose upward, so that you want to keep it submerged so you don't aerate your mead, but you allow as little displacement as possible. When I get done filling the bottles, there's usually just enough to fill up a pint jar, and I will throw that in the fridge and let it sediment out, and then I will drink it. That's for me to taste the mead before it has a little bit of time to age. I kind of screwed up this time around, and I couldn't get the siphon going right, and by the time I did, I stirred up the sediment so bad that it wasn't even worth it. The stuff on the bottom had a little more watermelon flavor because some of the sediment got mixed in there, but holy hell did she have a kick. Of course, I always take my leftover fruit pulp and dead yeast. I stir it up and I dump it in the compost bucket. Take it out to feed the soil that's going to feed the chickens. Now we're on to racking Mr. Spearco's 3 Flowers blend mead. I am really excited for this stuff. She ain't done yet, but she tastes good. Now that I've cut the grass, gathered up the clippings and spread them in the chicken yard, I finished the fence, I racked and bottled my mead, I burned the trash, I watered the garden. Time for a beer. One of my favorite parts of the day is coming out for a beer and sitting down and watching these birds goof off. Sit back and watch it all unfold. After the work's done, this stuff comes with the workload, but I love it. Keeps you busy living, busy with real life, in my opinion. It don't get more real than this. Spending time with the systems that feed you. This is one of my favorites. Isn't she pretty? I gotta say it again. If you're not doing this, you're missing out. It's as real as it gets. As real as life gets. It's the realest thing you could ever do. And if you're thinking about it, quit thinking about it and do it. I love these little guys. Even though this one's really mad at me right now. I love them. They're my friends. See, that ain't so bad. Yeah, your eyes are rolling. You like it. Don't listen to her. She's full of shit. Huh. Ain't that right? You want chickens? Go get chickens. Put some infrastructure in place first. Be smart about the things you're doing, but do them. A lot of people think it's funny wanting to grow your own food and keep chickens and this stuff, to think you're crazy, but man, as far as I can see, it's the only way. It's the right way. Maybe I'm wrong, but for my life, it ain't wrong. With that, I'm Zach Leary. Hello. This has been another O'Leary's Garden episode. If you like the work I'm doing here, please help support us by doing your Amazon shopping at o'learylink.com. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.